welcome to the newest edition of the Bang Bang Tang podcast. I'm Frank.
I'm Bryan.
And as you can tell, one of us is sick as shit this episode. And I'm going to try really hard to make that as least annoying as possible. We have a shit ton of stuff to talk about this episode.
A shit ton.
Shit ton.
Better change your diapers, because there's a lot of shit.
You best get that dustin', because you're going to be raw afterward.
Better take the next day off, too.
Up front, hopefully I will remember to pay off this tease, which I'm sure our very faithful listener will let me know if I fuck it up.
I like how you just say listener.
It's about
singular.
We have a very special announcement about next week's episode, or rather, the next episode that we record. But for now, we have to discuss who our frittata of the week is. And get out the tinker tape, folks, because the streak has ended.
Yes.
Bryan and his nominee of the state of Florida.
Iowa. Come on. If you're going to give me the victory, you give it to me right. Don't you dare say Florida.
That ain't the first time you said that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Keep that
The state of Iowa, for baby gun holders, wins our frittata of the week contest.
Good old baby
So
shooters.
all two of you that voted, Bryan thanks you.
Yes, thank you.
So congrats, Bryan. So I will let you go first this week and let us know who your pick for the next contest is.
My pick for this week is good old Squidward, a.k.a. Colin Kaepernick. I am picking him because, free agency is about. And it came out just today that he wants to play for the Cleveland Browns.
Is he going to quit his job at the Krusty Krab?
Maybe, because apparently he wants to play for the Cleveland Browns, which I have never met anybody in my life who just sits there and goes, I want to play for the Cleveland Browns.
No. I mean, not even drunk off his ass, Johnny Manziel uttered the words, I want to play for the Cleveland Browns.
I mean, I think LeBron once said, I could try for the Cleveland Browns.
And he's regretted that twice now.
Yes. But that's just my main thing. Who sits there and says, you had the Broncos, and I can't remember the other team he had available to him. Was it the Texans?
I think the Texans, yeah.
And yet he sits there and says, I want to play for the Cleveland Browns.
I don't know.
I want to know your reason. I know he likes Hugh Jackson. But I don't.
I mean, that's it.
That's it.
I mean,
why else do you want to play for Cleveland?
You don't have a supporting group of players that you would want to be with. And your favorite part is a guy that has one season under his belt as a head coach. And you didn't even play for him when he had that season as a head coach. So I don't know why you're that hyped up about him. And you still got to deal with Jimmy Haslam.
Right. So he is my frittata nominee of the week because why in your right mind do you want to play for the Cleveland Browns?
They used to do like psych evals on players that they would potentially.
They still do.
I
don't know if they do so much anymore. I know they do for incoming rookies.
Yeah,
but I don't know.
Definitely check that.
Yeah. Look at this guy. Like red circle over him. We need to look at this guy.
Oh, he wants to be here? Oh, that's not good.
No one in their right mind ever says they want to be here.
Put his application on the bottom of the pile.
Right.
That's solid. That's solid pick. Very worthy. However, the only thing that trumps the Browns is racism, as I always say.
I don't know about that.
And this week's perpetrator of such is Joe's Crab Shack. Now, I don't know how many of you are familiar with the seafood chain of restaurants. We used to have one in Canton a few moons ago. It was pretty good, but it's kind of like the Margaritaville of seafood places. All this eclectic island shit on the walls, and it's got good food. It's fun. But in that decor, somebody should have been checking for the shit that you're putting up on the walls and tables. Because sometimes it's not appropriate for your patrons. Such as an old-timey photo from 1895 that just says, hanging at Groesbeck, Texas on April 12th, 1895. And it looks like a busy town, black and white photo. But when you look real close at what everyone's kind of looking at and gathering around, are 5 white men surrounded by 1 black male being lynched.
Oh, no. The caption was clever. At least we can give them But, come on, guys.
It's a good cover for the parents that see it.
Right.
Mommy, what are these guys doing? Oh, they're just hanging.
Hanging. Just hanging.
And my only thing is, how long has that photo been on a table?
And who was the person that said, this would be good?
Well, the person that said it would be good, I don't know. But Tyrone Williams in Roseville... I don't even know where Roseville is. Anyways, he and his wife were at a Joe's Crab Shack in Roseville and saw the picture and decided to go, hey, what are all those people doing? Turns out, hanging a man. Specifically, white people hanging black people.
Oh, that is something.
So that is good enough for to make Joe's Crab Shack my for Title of the Week nomination.
Yeah, and I think my streak will end at just 1 week.
One and done.
One and done.
So, as per every week, we will have a poll on Twitter that next to no one will use. And we'll also post it up on our new Instagram account and up on Facebook. And you can vote for who you think should be the Title of the Week between Joe's Crab Shack and their racist-ass pictures and Colin Kaepernick in his very rose-tinted glasses view of the Cleveland Browns.
Maybe he really likes the color orange. I don't know.
Moving on from our Frittata of the Week, we head into the Shove It in My Mouth segment. And pretty light on this one. Something I'm excited about because I'm a big fan of breakfast food. Breakfast food's my fave.
I do like breakfast food.
And especially breakfast food I don't have to make myself. Even further than that, breakfast food I don't have to make for myself and I can get while sitting in my car. And of all the fast food breakfasts, I probably really like Burger King the most.
I've only had Burger King's breakfast once, and it was good. I mean, I still always go back to McDonald's.
Burger King's is cheaper.
Is it?
But
do they have the hot cakes?
They don't have hot cake. I mean, they might have a breakfast now. I don't know. It's been a while.
Well, I know they have like a big breakfast or whatever, but I don't think it's hot cakes in it. I know it's eggs, and I think they put bacon in it instead of
sausage. Maybe.
I don't know though.
It's
been a long time before I've been there.
All I ever get's the croissant sandwich.
Croissant-wich.
Fucking commercial. Then I like those. And I like their mini hash browns. Those are tasty. But I really liked when Taco Bell announced that they were coming out with their breakfast menu. Mm-hmm. And I loved the shit out of the waffle taco.
Oh, I love the waffle taco. Then they got rid of the waffle taco. Then I was highly upset.
Yeah. And
I haven't been back for their breakfast since.
No. Which I do like the Crunch Wraps as well.
I haven't had those.
But so McDonald's said, well, to top that, we're going to have breakfast all fucking day. Mm-hmm. And that's worked out pretty well for them. So Taco Bell is firing back with not breakfast all day, which...
That seems like a misfire
at
that point.
But instead, they're introducing a nationwide $1 breakfast menu.
Who gives a shit?
And so I'm excited about it because I like the breakfast. I like cheap breakfast. And a few of the notable additions to their lineup is a mini skillet bowl, which is seasoned breakfast potatoes, scrambled eggs, cheese, and pico de gallo, which I'm not a fan of pico.
Right, we can go without the pico.
But our vegetarian friends will probably like it. A breakfast soft taco, flour tortilla filled with scrambled eggs, bacon or sausage, and cheese. It's pretty standard. And last but not least, I'm probably most excited about this one, is the sausage flatbread quesadilla. A grilled flatbread filled with 3 cheeses, sausage, and scrambled eggs.
Until they bring back the waffle taco, I have no part in Taco Bell's breakfast.
Yeah. I mean, all breakfast is the same, pretty much.
But the waffle taco was on its own.
Now, do you think you liked the actual waffle taco aspect of it, or the syrup on it?
Both.
Because the syrup made it.
Oh, yeah, you drown that thing in some syrup,
yeah.
and you're set.
That's when they came out with the biscuit taco, and the chicken strip one. Like, I loved the fuck out of their spicy honey.
See, I didn't use the spicy honey because I don't care for that. So, like, I had it just plain.
But they had the country gravy, too.
I was like, it's so dry. You
didn't use the gravy?
They didn't offer the gravy when I first got it.
Yeah, that's true, because I think the first time we had the waffle taco, they didn't offer syrup. So it wasn't until, like, the second time that I got the full experience with it.
Yeah, and I always ask for extra syrup for that, too.
Mm-hmm.
Because you got to make sure at least 2 per taco was my rule. 2 syrups per 1 taco was my rule.
2 per taco.
2 per taco.
That's how Bryan lives life. It's motto.
You got to.
So, good on you, Taco Bell. I mean, dollar menu's cool. Just make it available all day.
Yeah, make it all day. And bring back the waffle taco.
And to close out our new segment of the show, we end on geeking about sports, a.k.a. jerking my gherkin.
Actually, I wanted to come back to shove it in my mouth for a second.
Okay.
National Pancake Day was not that long ago.
Yes.
Did you get to enjoy some pancakes?
I didn't. Did you?
Yeah, I went to McDonald's and got some pancakes.
Really?
Because I was going to go to IHOP because, they were giving out the free pancakes.
Yeah.
But it was so packed.
Oh, of course.
So I have McDonald's just next door to me.
Mm-hmm.
So, I went and picked up the new video game, and I went right to McDonald's, and I got some pancakes. And I said, there we go.
That's good, dude.
So I had my pancakes for the day.
See, I celebrate a national holiday, doing your civic American duty.
You have to, because it's America.
No, I totally forgot to get pancakes on Free Pancake Day. Or National Pancake Day, rather.
You missed out. You missed out on something. Not like you can't get pancakes any day of the week, but
I mean, really, just like most people with Christmas, I like to celebrate and keep National Pancake Day in my heart.
Right.
365 days a year, Bryan.
I only eat it once. That's it. I don't have pancakes the whole rest of the year.
Man, I say fuck pancakes the rest of the year.
All you can eat pancakes when IHOP comes out? Fuck it. I can't have them. But now you can move on. Just wanted to bring up
That's
a wonderful holiday that is
National Pancake Day.
National Pancake Day.
Should be a national holiday.
It should be.
We should get that day off.
Mm-hmm. Because it's so popular, everyone likes it. Same with National Pizza Day.
Yeah.
Everyone loves it.
I mean, we need a holiday like that, though, because we don't have shit from the New Year to Memorial Day.
Well, you got St. Patrick's Day, like in the middle there.
But it's not a holiday. It's not like a...
No, that's true.
National
You don't, get that day off of work. So, yeah.
Yeah, we need something. Let's make it National Pancake Day.
Mm-hmm. I don't know when National Pizza Day is to really remember. Or National Donut Day. Or something like that.
There's, every day. If you follow William Shatner on Twitter, every day, he's like, it's National What the Fuck Day.
There was something this week, too. It was another National Food Item Day, but I was like, I don't care. No, pancakes were this week, so...
It's too much.
Right.
I just eat food every day.
Right. Just eat the food. You know what? It's National feed me day.
Yeah.
Just give me food.
National put shit in my mouth. Now, what would be a good hashtag for that? To get National Pancake Day off.
National Pan Holiday.
National Cakes on Vacay.
What? Cakes on vacay?
Or
That sounds dirty. That doesn't sound like pancakes. That's what we call spring break, sir.
hashtag free your cakes.
Another one. Spring break, sir.
National Pancake Spring Break.
There you go.
There, are we good on pancakes?
We are good on pancakes.
All right.
I just needed to get that out of there. Sorry, everybody.
Let's have some real strong feelings about pancakes.
I really care about pancakes, guys. And the syrup and the butter.
Oh, the syrup.
Jerkin.
Speaking of jerkin, Geeking About Sports, aka Jerkin My Gherkin. Very comic book and football heavy. It's been a while since we've really... No, it hasn't, because Super Bowl wasn't that long ago. We like football.
Yep.
And I was kind of hoping secretly that you would have a couple of baseball things that might offset the football, but...
No, because it's only spring training, so nothing really matters.
A lot of QB action happening today, specifically. March 11th. Most notably, and it makes me the happiest, is that the Browns have finally released Johnny Manziel.
Finally.
Although, knowing them, I half expected that they announced that they were going to release Billy Manziel.
Billy, and keep Johnny.
Yeah. You just see a pair of aviator glasses and a mustache and wig just leaving the compound.
And if somebody were to pick him up on their team...
In other words, the Denver Broncos have invited Billy Manziel.
Really?
He still starts ahead of Tim Tebow.
Poor Tim.
But the Browns have finally released Johnny Football. That experiment is fucking over.
Good.
And I am ecstatic about it. I don't even care who we go with after him. It's better.
Right. Anybody is better.
Anything is better. It wasn't working, and I thought for sure we were going to hold on to him for another season.
I thought so. I even asked one of my coworkers, who's a huge Browns fan. I said, "Why are you guys keeping him? Like, shouldn't he be gone like day one?"
Yeah.
And he goes, "No, he'll get released today." I go, "You sure?" And then I get in the car, and as soon as I get in the car, Browns released Johnny Manziel. I'm like, this guy knows.
But so we released him. We waived his contract, which means that I'm sure that we'll still have to pay him some sort of money, and we didn't get anything for him.
Because who wants him?
In a land where teams are willing to spend draft picks on Mark Sanchez and Brock Osweiler, there is a team out there for Johnny Football, and it's not the fucking Browns.
Brock wasn't bad, though. You got to give him credit.
I mean, if it's just a 7th round pick, I don't care. Just something. Something that rewards us for the misery that we had to go through.
A bag of balls. Who gives a shit?
Literal peanuts. Right. I would have taken just a bag of unsalted nuts.
Or just some unsalted nuts. For that kick in the dick, that was Johnny Manziel.
Just nothing. But he's gone, and that's fine.
Yes,
and
that's all over.
We'll see if we end up with Squidward Kaepernick.
Squidward Kaepernick.
But as I mentioned, other big QB news is that Brock Osweiler signed a contract with the Houston Texans, which that was quick.
It was, and I was a little surprised about it. Like, I didn't even know it happened until yesterday when my dad actually said, "Oh, I'm surprised he went to the Texans." I go, "He went to the Texans?" Like, I thought he was going to stay knowing Peyton's gone. Like, here you go. Here's your time.
Yeah.
But no, he went to the Texans.
Well, I don't know. I'm sure he's kind of pissed that they eventually started Peyton over him when they got further into the playoffs. But he's fucking Peyton Manning. You don't tell Peyton Manning when you're playing in the Super Bowl that he can't start.
Right, of course.
I mean, no matter how good or bad he could have done. But, yeah, maybe they weren't offering him enough money. I don't know, but I was equally as surprised with that move.
And I only read like a headline of an article that said he didn't go to the Texans because of money or like fear of being benched or something like that. I don't know the real reason why he ended up going to the Texans. Maybe he doesn't like John Elway. I don't like John Elway.
No one could blame him.
Right. I'm not mad at him at that then.
He's like, guys, I don't speak horse.
Right.
What is he saying to me?
I'm a vampire. I don't speak horse.
Brock, John's on the phone for you. Hello, John. It's Brock.
Say what now?
5 million? No, that's not good enough, John.
Fuck you too, buddy. I'll be in Texas.
So, and the Texans had 2 solid QBs in Brian Hoyer and Brandon Weeden.
Just to get started over again.
Oh my God.
Brock Osweiler. They're going to be benched again. You don't even have a running back anymore.
No.
Arian Foster's gone.
Mm-hmm.
That team has absolutely nothing but defense is their only solid thing.
Yeah.
All right, whatever.
Which, I mean, maybe they'll be the Broncos of next season.
Doubt it.
And speaking of the Broncos, apparently they were perfectly fine with losing Brock because they got the main man they really wanted all along.
Mark the Dirty Sanchez. Come on
Mark
down.
Butt Fumble Sanchez.
Come on down. Do, 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 do.
In a world where multi-millions of dollars are being flung around and teams that the Broncos won the Super Bowl. This blows my mind that the Broncos won the Super Bowl. And now next season, they're going to follow that up with Mark Sanchez leading their offense.
And your running back's gone too. He just got
CJ Anderson?
Yeah, he's a Dolphin now.
That's right.
So you're going to look at that team and sit there and go, they won a Super Bowl?
It doesn't make sense.
See, don't get me wrong, though. I liked Mark, like, his first year when he was with the Jets.
Yeah.
I liked him then.
Well, he was good.
I got his jersey and everything. Now I completely regret that. But
you got his jersey?
I got his Jets jersey
Bryan.
when he first joined the league because I was like, this guy's good. But then he proved me wrong completely.
I legitimately think you may need therapy because of that.
More than Kaepernick wanting to be with the Browns. I don't think I have it anymore. I got rid of it. Someone actually took it from me. They said, I will take a Sanchez Jets jersey. I said, fine, you can have it.
You'll come to your senses one day.
This ring of power.
I was just like you once. No, I mean, who knows? He could have a Alex Smith type resurgence where under the right system and the right coaching staff, he could thrive. And that's the crazy thing in today's NFL is that, QBs are so prone anymore to having the first few years they're on fire and they're top of their game and everyone's behind them. And then something happens, and they fall off the wagon, so to say. And then they have an equal number of years, if not a couple more, of just being the bottom of the barrel. Mm-hmm. And then they move on to another team, or they find that one person on that coaching staff that they can tap into, or taps into them, and they're back at the top again. Yeah. And it's so weird. And a friend and I were talking about this at work today, is that I think that in the near future, there's going to come a tipping point in the NFL where the college game is being played so differently now that they will have to start building their offenses around these quarterbacks that play the game in a non-traditional sense. I firmly believe that if an offensive coordinator and a head coach were to build every piece of an offense around Tim Tebow or Johnny Manziel, they could be elite quarterbacks.
Which I was thinking to myself earlier today when they said Kaepernick wants to be a Brown. I said, why don't you make the trade then for Manziel and Kaepernick?
Yeah.
Because I'm sure Chip Kelly would love a Johnny Manziel in his system.
God, yeah.
He would work perfectly for it.
Absolutely.
I thought to myself, why don't you try working out a trade before you release Johnny like that?
I really don't know.
Like, at least we'll give you Johnny and our second round pick for, maybe not second, I'll say third or fourth.
Yeah.
For Kaepernick.
Mm.
Why not?
That would be fair. I mean, to me. But give coaches like Chip Kelly free reign with their offense. Because they can do it. They know what it takes, what pieces they need to implement an effective offense like that. And the NFL pretty soon will need to either adapt or they'll die. Mm-hmm. Because quarterbacks like Peyton Manning and Tom Brady are getting old.
Well, Tom Brady, he just signed a 2-year.
It's only 2.
Yeah. Well, I'm saying he's next to retire, I believe, for big-name quarterbacks, and then I believe Big Ben's right after him.
So, already a position that is very lacking in quality players right now. Because, I mean, at most, you can say that half the NFL teams have a solid franchise quarterback. Mm-hmm. And that's kind of terrifying when you think about it that way.
Right.
So they're going to have to take a long look in the mirror, and I think owners will have to make some really hard decisions here in a few years.
NFL is going to change.
Mm.
I mean, next year alone is going to be different. I mean, you're missing Peyton Manning, Megatron.
Yeah.
Who else? Jared Allen.
Marshawn Lynch.
I'm missing some names.
Yeah, one other
here.
person was big.
Oh, Raiders. Woodson.
Oh, Woodson. Yeah.
Charles Woodson. A lot of big names are missing now. So it's just kind of like, this is going to be weird. And to see an NFL game without Peyton Manning now is just going to be like, this isn't the NFL.
No.
Am I watching Canadian football? What is this?
No, and I mean, and you also have to hope that QBs like Russell Wilson and Cam Newton have that kind of staying power that they can put in at least 10 to 12 years in the league
without getting hurt because of their style of play.
Yeah. So
you saw RG3 didn't last that long with his style.
No,
now
not
the Redskins got rid of him, and where's he going to end up? No, I don't know who even is interested in him right now.
And look at this year's draft, the QBs that are coming in.
Okay.
I think there's only 2 that are
big name, or at least top of the board,
that are options for starting quarterbacks in the NFL.
Right.
2. And a lot more than 2 teams need quarterbacks.
Mm-hmm.
So it's weird. It's weird to see. You know, a league that went from very run heavy
is now option heavy, read option heavy as to whether your quarterback's going to run or hand it off or pass. 'Cause
Yeah.
nowadays anybody can do that.
Mm-hmm.
So
We'll see what happens. And that's about enough football talk.
that's good for football talk.
Moving on to it is the biggest piece of comic book news this week, is that the new Captain America Civil War trailer dropped. And one thing that we were iffy on whether or not they were actually going to do it or not and save it as a surprise, Marvel fucking did it.
Fuck them.
And if you've seen the trailer, you know we got our first look at Spider-Man.
You only had 2 months.
Yeah.
Hold on to that secret for 2 months. Who cares if Batman vs. Superman is destroying you trailer-wise? Who cares?
I don't even think they are. Like, I prefer the way that Civil War's done their trailers, is that you've seen a lot, but you don't feel like you've seen the whole movie.
Right.
Like, I feel like, for the most part, I've seen pretty much all I need to see of Batman vs. Superman.
Right.
I know everything that happens. I know every character. I've seen every pivotal scene. And I'm less excited because of it. I still don't know the majority of what's going to happen in Civil War. But, so a couple of specifics. First and foremost, in your opinion, desperate move on Marvel's part?
Yes.
You think so?
You could have kept him a secret for 2 months.
Mm-hmm.
And let us all be surprised by seeing him. What his outfit looked like, and all that stuff. You could have kept it a secret.
I think that, I think they felt compelled to show him. And I would have even been more satisfied with a more vague teaser of him.
Maybe just a web.
Just the web.
I would have been okay.
Or even just Peter Parker.
Right.
Just see...
Not the full Spider-Man.
And see Tom Holland as Peter Parker meeting Tony Stark or something. That would have been fine. I think they did feel as though they needed to drum up the excitement a bit more, which I don't see why.
Right. I'm already pretty excited.
Yeah.
Without having to see him.
Of course. Batman vs. Superman is garnering more hype because they come out before you.
Right.
Their release date is this month. It's in a couple weeks.
Right.
So, the excitement's reaching a fever pitch because it's almost that time. You still have another 2 months. So, I don't see the pressure. I don't get it. And so, since we have seen him and the cat's out of the bag, I guess we'll just have to get over it at this point.
Mm-hmm.
What we've seen of him, what do you think? How does he look?
I like him.
Mm-hmm.
It reminds me of the old classic Spider-Man look, like with the black around the eyes, the thick black around the eyes.
Yeah.
And barely see any webbing on his uniform, though, just like the old Spider-Man comics. I like it. Gives it the old classic spin on him.
It does. Brighter.
Oh, yeah.
That's the number one thing. Brighter red, brighter blue. The patterns of the red and the blue very similar to the classic comics, like you were saying, but
with some new,
kind of like what you saw in the Amazing Spider-Man, the kind of extra ribbons of red cut into the blue.
Right. So like a modern age, like a Under Armour classic Spider-Man is what I'm calling it. Like if Under Armour took a take on classic Spider-Man suit, that's what that would look like.
Which I bet you'll see.
Because doesn't Under Armour sponsor Captain America stuff too? Like he's usually wearing Under Armour.
That's true.
So
I
can
think
see it being
Age of Ultron. You saw Steve Rogers and Tony Stark wearing Under Armour.
So Under Armour has a big stake in that. So
and they had the Marvel licensed gear.
Oh, that's right. Like the shirts that look like the superheroes and things like that. So
the webbing, very understated, very nice. The eyes, I'm still in the middle about.
I like them.
I like them. I like the way that they look. The fact that the whites move unsettles me a bit. And like I said earlier, when Deadpool did it, it kind of was okay and it made sense because you don't need really an explanation for anything that happens in Deadpool because that kind of movie.
Well, he was also breaking fourth wall and all that, and you needed to see facial expressions very well with half of his stuff. So,
but I feel as though in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, you need some sort of explanation. I know, in a world where there's Tesseract and aliens and
right.
a fucking hammer that can only be picked up by a guy who's worthy enough to do it, I'm expecting concrete explanations for these pupils. But it just seemed kind of weird. But then I watched it a couple more times and I saw close-up images and you see kind of layers in the blackness, which to me look like the lens of a camera.
Which it very well could be.
So I wonder if there's some sort of technology in the mask, and maybe that'll be a realistic explanation for Spidey sense for him, rather than it being an organic power, something that he gets from the suit. And I think we've heard that he will get his Iron Spider armor.
Oh.
In the movie.
I did not know that at all.
So maybe Stark has a hand in helping him out with the suit.
So maybe he's the one who made the whole suit for him.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. That could work out.
It's going to sound creepy, but I'd like to see the back of the costume.
I'm no longer a part of the show, sir.
He's just a little boy.
Just a little boy.
No, I would like to see...
If they put the Spider-Man...
The fat spider.
Yeah. Which I'm sure they did. If they didn't, that's a missed opportunity.
Yeah.
But, yeah, that would be interesting to see if they did that.
No, it's going to be a very emotional movie. But seeing Spidey in action, even that little bit was... Admittedly, I did get kind of more excited. It eased the tension, I guess, a bit. Because, there's excitement to see it, but now you don't have to sit there and wonder for 2 more months and then however long into the actual movie of when's he going to show up and what's he going to look like. So I could see it as Marvel doing a bit of pre-cum. Just let a little bit out. So still keep the full erection, but you're not going to come too soon. So good on you, Marvel.
I'll tell you what, I'm not even... I'm excited for Spider-Man, but I'm more excited for Black Panther.
Yeah?
To see what he's about. Even in previews, he looks like a badass. That costume they made and everything is awesome looking.
Yes.
And I like the actor who plays him. Can't tell you his name, so I don't like him that much, apparently.
Chadwick Boseman.
Right, he played Jackie Robinson in 42.
Mm-hmm. I think he was in 12 Years a Slave, too.
I don't remember him in that. I know he played James Brown in Get On Up.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, I like him. So, and I think I'm going to like Black Panther, even though he's on the wrong team.
Yeah, I believe in the comics he's pretty much neutral. So, who knows? It looks like we'll see a bit of side swapping.
Right.
Because Black Widow doesn't seem to be entirely on Team Stark.
Right. And then, I thought Spider-Man was supposed to be neutral too, but it's almost looking like he's a part of Iron Man's team.
I think that is canon, though. I think that he starts out Team Tony Stark, and then when he reveals himself in the comics, he goes neutral at that point, which would be kind of weird if they did it in the movie.
Right.
Because who really cares? Right.
You're just a little boy.
Yeah. Well, and he's not established enough in that universe for it to be a giant mystery.
I was going to say, especially if Tony made the suit for him and all that. Unless he has been established. And Tony made the suit for him in the past, and he has established himself. And then they get to this fight, and it's a big mystery then at that point. But I don't know.
Because then when the big fight happened in the first Avengers movie in New York.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's not beyond the realm of doubt that, Marvel would just drop the ball on explaining why Spider-Man wouldn't be a part of that.
He was out of town, okay?
Yeah. Just like any other solo Avengers movie.
Right. He was somewhat out of town, all right? He was on a science fair.
He had a really big test.
He was out, okay? He went to Kansas.
But, yeah. I liked the trailer. I agree. It felt weird seeing Spider-Man, but I kind of also like the fact that now that's out of the way. That wraps up the news portion of the show, which means we're coming into the home stretch with our game portion.
Woohoo.
First up, we have I Want to Be a Producer. And we have a doozy of a top 3 this week that oddly fits.
Right.
So, as you know, I Want to Be a Producer, I Want to Be a Producer is a segment of the show where we take the top 3 trending topics on Facebook during the day that we record, and we attempt to make a movie pitch and title of a movie using just those 3 topics. This week, the challenge is HIV/AIDS, Legally Blonde, the movie, and Splash Mountain, the ride at Disney World. So, Hollywood movie.
Okay. As simple as it is, I mean, it would be that the Legally Blonde
Mm-hmm.
chick,
Elle Woods.
is that Elle Woods?
Yeah.
Goes to Disney,
Uh-huh.
goes to ride Splash Mountain,
Mm-hmm.
and gets the AIDS from riding the Splash Mountain.
See, I don't think she does. I think Luke Wilson, her boyfriend,
Gets the AIDS.
gets it. So
She has to figure out,
sues Disney.
and she's going to be the lawyer to help
She's
sue
going to work
Disney.
his case. And so Elle Woods has to fight Disney.
Not a movie I'd go see, but
No. So
straight to DVD movie there.
So Splash Mountain, AIDS, Legally Blonde.
Because, I mean, it is simple enough. You can do something like that.
Yeah. But what if we tried to push the envelope? So if so
So, AIDS, Splash Mountain.
So Reese Witherspoon and AIDS. AIDS and Reese Witherspoon.
Ihorn Finkel. Finkel and Ihorn.
Splash Mountain. Okay, so yeah, I think that's the best we can do.
That honestly is, because it's so simple.
Yeah.
You can write it yourself. There it is.
So the title of
The people versus Disney.
the title for this movie.
Would you call it like Orlando? Because you like Philadelphia?
Yeah.
You just call it Orlando.
I like it.
Starring Luke Wilson and Reese Witherspoon. Oh, that's just bad.
Yeah.
Oh, we got to add some other people in there. Who's the ride operator?
The ride operator. I think it would be fun to have his brother Owen make a cameo. So
No, Owen is the lawyer who represents Disney.
yes. Mm-hmm. I like that.
The ride operator is Norm Macdonald.
Norm.
Because to a ride operator, it's always someone dopey.
That's true.
So,
hey, you,
hey kids,
you want to ride Splash Mountain?
it's not safe.
You're gonna have AIDS in the water.
And then, who's the judge?
Oh, the judge. So some curmudgeon old white actor.
I would say Robert Duvall, but he's already done that.
You know what? Doesn't even need to be white. I'm gonna say James Earl Jones.
James Earl Jones.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to say Idris Elba. Because it's going to throw everybody off that he is the judge.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
It's a stretch, but he could be the judge.
So who would play the head of Disney?
Why can't I think of his name now? Bryan Cranston.
Ooh, yeah.
As long as he kept that mustache that he had in Trumbo.
Yeah.
He is the head of Disney.
I like it. Yeah, because looks rather Walt Disney-esque. Yeah. Okay. I like it. So, Reese Witherspoon as Elle Woods reprising her role. Luke Wilson as where the fuck her boyfriend's name was. He has AIDS.
Catches AIDS from riding Splash Mountain.
Yes.
Which is operated by Norm Macdonald. So then Elle Woods sues Disney, who is the owner of Disney at the time is Bryan Cranston as Eugene Pepperbottom.
Is he an actual Disney character?
Yeah,
are the fucking cartoons running the park now?
Because he has lost his fucking mind.
That's fine. He's an eccentric park owner.
He thinks he is an actual Disney character. As Eugene Pepperbottom III.
So, and this could be a dramedy. So you have the obvious comedic elements of Norm Macdonald as the ride operator, and Reese Witherspoon as a high-class lawyer. And Bryan Cranston is Eugene Pepperbottom.
Which his lawyer is Owen Wilson.
Yes.
So you still got your comedic there.
But then Reese and Luke, you see how their relationship struggles and changes.
Because he's got the AIDS. And then she falls in love with Owen.
Oh.
Switching brothers.
Yes, son.
Switching brothers.
Oh. All right. Now I'm in.
Orlando.
Now I want to see this.
We turned a simple ass movie.
Simple as fucking Simple Jack.
You make me happy.
And Luke Wilson sounds like that because he's got the...
No. On the blooper reel, everybody shaves their head. Just to continue it.
And Luke Wilson comes in. He sees everyone. He just reaches up, pulls off his bald cap, and he's like, "This was makeup."
And everyone's like, "Oh man,
why would you think? This is Hollywood. We have the ability." This is fake shit.
That's why it's on the blooper reel.
Norm Macdonald raises his hand. I got real AIDS.
Because who'd put it past Norm Macdonald to really have it? It's good. Orlando's a good movie.
I like it. See it in theaters summer 2018.
People are going to be like, "You want to go see Orlando?" What the fuck is Orlando? It's Philadelphia, but new.
So, but is it canon in the Legally Blonde movies, though?
No.
No.
It's a complete spinoff.
spinoff using.
Okay, so
lead
we
character.
could say Orlando, a legally blonde tail.
So, I mean, believe me, Legally Blonde 3 Orlando doesn't roll off the tongue, but
No, that's why I tried to spin it around for you.
there you go. Orlando, the Legally Blonde saga.
There you go.
There
Because
we
it
go.
would be the third one.
Yeah.
So that works.
Okay.
That works.
That's solid. I like it.
We've had 3 good movies, sir.
I know.
Okay.
Quit making a joke out of this shit and actually write it.
I don't have the money to actually do this stuff.
You don't need money. You just write it, someone else pays you, and then they make it. It's fine.
Yes. Would you like to read Orlando?
All right. That's good. I like it. Now, final segment. And it's kind of hard to top Orlando, the Legally Blonde saga. But we're going to sure as hell try with one word to impress.
All right.
Our randomly generated trio of celebrities, which one word to impress is Bryan and I have to come up with one single word to use for a specific celebrity impression. And so with these 3, do you want to we both tackle each one, or do you want the first one, I'll take the second one, then we do the third one together?
Nope. We have to tackle all 3 of them.
Okay. If that's the case, then first up, we have classic celebrity impression, Al Pacino.
Okay.
And that's Al Pacino, the actor, not Al Pacino, the character from Tropic Thunder.
Booty sweat.
This one's pretty easy. I mean, if channeling his role in Scent of a Woman, Frank Slade, just a simple ooh.
There you go. There you go.
Or you had mentioned earlier,
Which I was going to use, the cockroach.
it's a cockroach.
You're a cockroach. You know what you are, man? You're a cockroach.
Just have you seen Son of a Woman?
I have not.
It's a fantastic fucking movie.
Is it?
Although now that impression is ingrained in you, so you laugh every time his character goes ooh.
Well, it's like I was saying, off movie topic and actor topic. We were making fun of, or I was talking to my friend about The Revenant.
Mm-hmm.
It's supposed to be a serious movie.
Yeah.
You found parts that you can laugh at.
Yeah, Tom Hardy's character is just so fucking bad.
I ought to be God to you. I saved you twice.
It was a fucking squirrel.
He said he saw God. It was a goddamn squirrel. And I killed it and I ate it.
Another Pacino one, though, that you find in a lot of his later movies is just simple. Oh. Oh. Just, I don't know what he's saying.
I don't think he's saying anything anymore.
But when he's about to mock someone, it's just, oh, you're breaking my heart.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah.
All right, I think that's pretty solid on Pacino.
Mm-hmm.
This next one might be a little harder, but we're going to give it a try. The next one up is Elton John.
Okay.
Famous British rock star, pop star, piano player,
Okay.
gay man.
Sir Elton John.
Sir Elton John, yes. What do you got?
Okay. See, I had to think of songs of his that I could just use one word. So I just came with Saturday.
Damn, I can't. Like, he doesn't have that usual. Like, if he like vocalized like specifically in all of his songs, that would be something. But and speaking wise, he really doesn't have anything
Memorable that you could just say,
No.
yeah, that's Elton John.
Yeah.
That's why I chose Saturday.
Huh. I really thought this one was going to be easier.
Well, just think of his songs. And if it's one word, I mean...
Yeah. So...
That's not it.
No, that's not it at all.
I will accept, sir, Rocket Man as one word. If you do an impression saying it.
No. Because I had Rocket Man in my head. I was like, even not sick, there's no guarantee I would sing that and it would sound fine, so I'm not even going to try it. Dancer.
Tiny Dancer. Tony Danza? Is that the song you're singing? Can. Where are you at with that?
It's one word. It's not one line to impress. I'm working with what I can.
At least Saturday, you know what that is. Can. All right, that's anybody.
Here we go. Circle of
life. The circle of life is circling our lives. All right, that's a good one.
There, I'll take that. I really thought that one was going to be easier. That's disappointing. The last one, and I think we can really bring it home with this last one. Final celebrity for one word to impress is William J. Ferrell. Will Ferrell.
Now you go first because I went first for Elton John. Plus,
Okay.
that gives me more time to think about what the heck to say.
Well, the beauty of Will Ferrell is that he pretty much plays the same character in every movie.
Yeah, but to get one word, though.
They're pretty much the only, it might be a cop-out, but pretty much the only thing I think of is, hey!
Hey, don't do that.
And, Baxter!
Man. A Will Ferrell one-word impression.
So probably, so let's go through his filmography, see if any of us cared. So obviously Anchorman. A lot of quotable lines from that one.
Lines, not just a word, though.
Mm-hmm.
Unless you go Scotch.
There you go. Scotch.
Mahogany.
There you go. Mahogany.
Mahogany.
Heine.
That's right. Heine. San Diego.
Vagina.
Which means a whale's vagina.
But yeah, I think in every movie he's just, hey!
He does when he's yelling at somebody. Like, hey! You don't do that! You drinking my sake, Kimosabi? But yeah, that's the only things I can think of for Will Ferrell for one-liners. That's at least from Anchorman.
Mm-hmm.
Now you got what? Talladega Nights.
Mm-hmm. Which
Fast.
Cow. Blades of Glory.
I don't know what you got for that.
Semi-Pro.
I don't know.
Step Brothers.
Yeah, there's... Like, he's got good lines, but one word is tough for him.
Mm-hmm.
Other than the ones, of course, we've said.
Yeah. It's good podcasting right there.
That's the drop of the quarter saying, I can't think of anything else.
That's time up, folks.
Right.
All right. So, to recap, we have Ooh for Pacino.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. So, and you had
Cockroach.
Elton John. You had
Saturday.
and I had Circle. I really want to finish it.
Right, that's how I'm finishing it for you. I'm like, you can't just leave it.
And for Will Ferrell, we have Hey!
I had too many. Like, which one did I really pick? I had Mahogany and Scotch.
Yeah, Will Ferrell was not as... Pacino, I was sure.
Elton John was easier for me
Yeah.
than Will Ferrell.
That's weird. I think that about wraps it up for the segments this week.
It does.
And we're doing pretty well. I'm
Yeah,
happy with it.
Not bad.
Plugs. Please check out our YouTube channel, youtube.com/bangbangtankpodcast. Podcast is uploaded every other week in video format. You can comment, like, share. Please subscribe to our channel. Give us a like. You could also check out our Twitter account at bangbangtankpod. We post a Twitter link to the podcast whenever it's up live, and we also post the Frittata of the Week poll where you can vote 5 days after it goes up. We also have a Facebook account, facebook.com/bangbangtankpodcast. You can find a lot of the same content. That is mainly the hub where we'll post the links to the YouTube video. We'll post the AudioMac link. We will post a link to our article in Creature Stole My Twinkie. You can check all those out, and we'll even put a poll up on Facebook as well where you can vote for Frittata of the Week. I already mentioned CreatureStoleMyTwinkie.com. Please check us out there, and also the other podcast, Movie Freaks, where our friend of the show, Jess, is a member, and she also runs Creature Stole My Twinkie. AudioMac, we actually have gotten a fair amount of plays on our episodes over there. So thank you, everyone that's gone to AudioMac to listen. We even have our first subscriber to our page on there.
Nice.
And if I really done my due diligence, I would name him by username, but maybe next week. And, of course, our brand spanking new Instagram account, where you can see a picture from us getting ready to record the podcast. I forgot to record a video this week.
Good job. You are really doing good at this.
It took me, 4 episodes to remember the actual name of our Twitter account?
Right.
So I'll take it. I'll get it eventually. And as we teased at the beginning of the show, and I didn't forget, 1 point me, next week will be a change not in format, but rather what voices and the number of voices that you will be hearing. We had mentioned in our first episode that we eventually wanted to have guests on, and we're going to give it a try for the first time for our 10th episode. And those guests are going to be our significant others. We are going to have Bryan's fiance Mo and my wife Jane on the podcast, bring a little estrogen to the sausage party.
What a disaster.
Yeah.
You ready to see that train wreck?
Hey!
Are you ready to see that train wreck?
it could very well be the first and last episode. No, it should be a good time. The main reason that I was really wanted to do a podcast, and I'd mentioned it to Bryan, and I found out that Bryan also was interested in doing a podcast, is I believe in what Kevin Smith talks about as the reasons why he got into podcasting, which was he really enjoyed the conversations that he had with his friends. Mm-hmm. And I think that when the four of us are together, we come up with the funniest shit, and we talk about the weirdest stuff, and to be able to catalog that and to allow other people to listen to it, to me, is going to be a great thrill, and I'll be really excited to do it. And I think that everyone else will like them.
I hope so.
And if we get some good feedback, we can have them on more often. Or if you guys just like us, we'll say fuck them, and they'll never come back on again. It's really up to you guys.
You got the say.
So look forward to that next week. And it also might be a bit of a longer episode because we'll have more opinions and things that are out there. And before I completely lose my voice, which I'm surprised I made it as far as I did this episode, for this episode of the Bang Bang Tang podcast, I'm Frank.
I'm Bryan.